Good morning, Sugar Revolution. Happy New Year's to you too, my good friend. Good morning. Good morning, JW. Gonna be a special New Year's Day. Good morning, Billy D and Aaron, Vaggie. Special New Year's Day show program. Because unfortunately we missed yesterday. We were freezing without any electricity till almost noon yesterday here. NERS. It was a journey in appreciation. I just appreciate electricity. Forget everything else. Just give me electricity, please. Buddy boy, I've never heard that to be the case. Not a cure. I don't know, but I've never heard that. JW Owen, actually that neighborhood's power grid stayed fine. Thank you for asking. As a matter of fact, that's one of my first and earliest concerns. We went over and checked everything out. So I'm so grateful to Kim, I've got to tell you. Yesterday was a nice morning of sitting still and just letting the world do what it's going to do. Big appreciation course for the old Paparoo. I'm grateful for electricity. The good news is my heater works on gas, so we did have heat to keep Ruff and I alive. But I didn't have electricity to be able to do much else. The Wi-Fi at the house was out. The only thing I could use was the hotspot on my phone. Good morning, everybody. It was a rough morning, Vegas, but it was, you know what, I got a good chance to do some serious reading. So, with little or no distraction. Little to no distraction. Good morning, Jesus Christ. Good morning. I watched New Year's from TV here. New Year's in Sydney. I watched New Year's in Sydney, Australia. Boy, you guys put on a fireworks show like no other there. Kim, that's one of the good reasons for books, right? Let's get started. Let's go early birds. Early birds, give me a number between 1 and 50. I want to send a package out to the first early bird to get the number that's in my chute. It's 1 through 50. Pick a number. Go, go, go. You can put up to 3 numbers between 1 and 50 on your line at one time. Let's go early birds. Good morning. Early bird special. There's only 20 of you, so the odds are in your favor. Keep firing numbers at me. Love Slingers, just got it. Love Slingers. Congratulations, Love Slinger. 43. 43. Congratulations, Love Slinger. Love Slinger, I've never sent you anything before. Lovey, I've never sent you anything before. So, do you live in the United States and are you over 18? Lives in the United States and is over 18. Love Slinger, talk to me. Love slinging some love. And he says yes, and please send it to Jessie Girl. I can do that. I can do that. Is Jessie Girl here this morning? Let me see, is Jessie Girl here this morning? I don't see Jessie Girl on my screen yet. And we gotta let Jessie Girl know that you just gave her something. She's getting on now, Love Slinger said. Sounds like there might be a small relation there. Good job. Jessie Girl, congratulations. Love Slinger wants to send you their New Year's package, which we will be happy to do, but you must send me your address at my email. Send me your address so we can get this guy sent off to you, doll. My address, my email, it's all one word, all lowercase, the Detroit Mush Lab at gmail.com. Okay? Read what Herbie's comments is right there. He'll tell you exactly what to do and how to get a hold of us. Let's go again. Give me another one. Number between 1 and 50. Let's give away another package. I was going to do this. You're welcome, love. I was going to do this yesterday, but I had no electricity. So we're going to make up for it today, Shy Shy. Give me a number. Give me a number between 1 and 50. The first person to get the number that I have in my chute right here, I'll be sending that package to. Remember, you have to be in the United States and over 18. Who's going to guess this number? We're going to send a package of lucid mushrooms. They're called lucid. We have a small harvest of lucid. Looks like really, they're small and they look pretty darn exciting. Good morning, Nellie. Thank you for saying hello. I'm still looking for that number. I still haven't seen the number that's in the chute right now, waiting on someone to guess it correctly so I can give this away. We'll be mailing it out tomorrow if I get your address today. Keep flying numbers. I have not seen it yet. Four Leaf, don't ever give up. Ever, ever, ever. Go, go, go. I haven't seen the number. Quick hint. Tony just got close. Tony got close. Look at Tony's comment if you can see it. Tony got close. Tony just got it. Number 30. Good job, Tony. Tony, number 30, right here. Tonester. Tony, you're not baloney. Okay? You got it. So, Tony, are you over 18 and in the United States? Talk to me, Tones. Over 18 and in the United States. That's great. So send me your address, Tony, at my email, and I'll put this package in the mail to you, sending it off to a 43-year-old handsome fella in Texas. Okay? J.W. Owen, the answer is yes, but not on the website. I no longer have a website. You can contact me through my email if you're interested in some fruit. And we're bottom lining it. I have a strain nobody's seen from Pops before. Hold on a second. We ran a few tubs of this just to try it out. And then you guys are going to be the guinea pig. But you see this one, little guys, brown and blue. And this strain is called Lucid, L-E-U-C-I-D. Okay? Boom, boom, boom. They're very, it's the first time we've tried running them. And they start out pretty big and they dry quite a lot. Okay? So we have a little bit of the Lucid out there looking for you guys. We'll do another giveaway right when we're almost done here today. I told you guys I was going to start journaling, and I am. I told you to hold me accountable to my journaling. This is going to be the year of the journal. Pops is going to actually journal for the first time. I'm making a commitment. Okay, Tony, sounds good. Now, good job, HB. Good morning, Niffy. You're welcome, Tony. Just get me that address. And I'm going to be typing up a label and getting it packaged and mail it out to you tomorrow. Okay? Sound good? You know what? I can't help myself. I'm going to push this button again. My fingers can't help it. Go, go, go. Give me a number between 1 and 50. I want to give out some more Lucid. I'm going to give an 1/8 of Lucid to somebody. Go, go, go. Give me a number. Somebody's going to get an 1/8 of Lucid. Who's it going to be? Let's get Lucid. Who's going to guess the correct number? Billy D. Billy D with the 38. Congratulations, I'm glad. Billy D got the 38. 38 to the Billster. Billy, I know I have your address, but I'll need an email from you just to remind me and make sure that I package and send it off to you. Okay? So Billy the Billster Bill is the first 38 that I saw on my screen. Okay. Billy D, the man, the myth, the legend. Quick, let's read a quick story. It's just a small white envelope stuck among the branches of our Christmas tree. No name, no identification, no inscription. It has peeked through the branches of our tree for the past 10 years or so. It all began because my husband Mike hated Christmas. Not the true meaning of Christmas, but the commercial aspects of it. The frantic running around at the last minute to get a tie for Uncle Harry and the dusting powder for Grandma. The gifts given in desperation because you couldn't think of anything else. Knowing he felt this way, I decided one year to bypass the usual shirts, sweaters, ties, and so forth. I reached for something special just for Mike. The inspiration came in an unusual way. Our son, Kevin, who was 12 that year, was wrestling at the junior level at the school he attended. And shortly before Christmas, there was a non-league match against a team sponsored by an inner-city church, mostly black. These youngsters, dressed in sneakers so ragged that shoestrings seemed to be the only thing holding them together, presented a sharp contrast to our boys in their spiffy blue and gold uniforms and sparkling new wrestling shoes. As the match began, I was alarmed to see that the other team was wrestling without headgear, a kind of lightweight helmet designed to protect wrestlers' ears. It was a luxury the ragtag team obviously could not afford. Well, we ended up walloping them. We took every weight class. And as each of the boys got up from the mat, he swaggered around in his tatters with false bravado, a kind of sweet pride that wouldn't acknowledge defeat. Mike, seated beside me, shook his head sadly. I wish just one of them could have won, he said. They have a lot of potential, but losing like this could take the heart right out of them. Mike loved kids, all kids, and he knew them, having coached Little League football, baseball, and lacrosse. That's when the idea for his present came. That afternoon, I went to a local sporting goods store and I bought an assortment of wrestling headgear and shoes, and I sent them anonymously to that inner city church. On Christmas Eve, I placed the envelope on the tree, the note inside telling Mike what I had done and that this was his gift from me. His smile was the brightest thing about Christmas that year and in the succeeding years. For each Christmas, I followed that tradition. One year, sending a group of mentally handicapped youngsters to a hockey game. Another year, a check to a pair of elderly brothers whose home had burned down the week before Christmas, and so on and on. The envelope became the highlight of our Christmas. It was always the last thing opened on Christmas morning, and our children, ignoring their new toys, would stand with wide-eyed anticipation as their dad lifted the envelope from the tree to reveal its contents. As the children grew, the toys gave way to more practical presents, but that envelope never lost its allure. The story doesn't end there. You see, we lost Mike last year due to dreaded cancer. When Christmas rolled around, I was still so wrapped up in grief I could barely get the tree up. But Christmas Eve found me placing an envelope on the tree, and in the morning, it was joined by 3 more. Each of our children, unbeknownst to the others, had placed an envelope on the tree for their dad. The tradition has grown, and someday will expand even further with our grandchildren standing around the tree with wide-eyed anticipation, watching as their fathers take down that envelope. Mike's spirit, like the spirit of Christmas, will always be with us. May we all remember the Christmas spirit this year and always. That story I was reading touched me yesterday, brought me to tears. The example that those people set for their children. And they didn't tell their children to put envelopes on the tree, but they will. Remember that you're the example. It's a great story. Great tradition. Herbie's, I'm not crying, you are. It's a good story. It's a real story. Kimberly talking about rippling. Okay. Jesus Christ is trying to guess what's in the envelope. Jesus Christ in Australia. Oh. Happy New Year, you guys. I was blessed a few weeks ago to be able to go to a wrestling tournament. I don't even know how the parents could afford to dress those boys anymore. The singlets and all the gear and all the backpack and the 3 different pairs of shoes and the commercialization going on. And you could see it. This was the rich school, and this was the school that didn't have quite as much. Their singlets were a little bit older. It's a beautiful sport. The sport itself is an amazing, amazing sport. And it builds muscles and it builds conditioning and cardiovascular. Beautiful. But even the commercialization's slipping into that business too. Good morning, everybody. A quick reminder, I know by now you've received, if you were in the Secret Santa program this year, I know that you've received your notice from NIFR about who your recipient is, who you're supposed to send something to. So let's get after that this week. Okay? We'll get after that this week. To package up something that somebody sent you for Christmas that you don't really need. $10 at the dollar store, or something that you grew or made yourself. And then get it mailed out. Well, then today won't be a great day for mail because it's New Year's, but if you have it ready, it'll be good for tomorrow. Okay? J.W. Owens says they have one of the best wrestling programs in the entire country. 17-time team state championships. That's amazing. Almost all of my grandnephews on the East Coast are involved in wrestling, and my nephew is a coach, a wrestling coach. He wrestled back in high school and college, and he was quite good. I have he didn't win state championship. I have one nephew, this was years ago, he's in his 40s now. He came in third in states one year. So, I absolutely, MVP isn't wrestling great. One of those wholesome sports. You know what I'm talking about? And it's mano a mano. Mano a mano. And sometimes it's not the strongest kid. Gotta be smart, gotta be fast, gotta be trained. MVP thinks it should be mandatory. I'm not too far off from what you say there. Good stuff. And this is real wrestling, not the fake wrestling. I'll tell you guys a quick story. In grade school, this was back in the Jimmy the Fly Snuka and Andre the Giant days. Back in the day, early 70s wrestling. I went to a Catholic elementary school. Okay? Vague, you're getting sexy out there. I went to an elementary school, and there was this twin boys, the Harrison twins. I'm gonna say it kindly. Not the two sharpest knives in the elementary school drawer. Okay? Good kids, though. Irish. The Harrison twins, and they were big boys. And you couldn't tell them apart. You didn't know which one was Joe and which one was John. Impossible to tell. So, they were huge wrestling fans, but this was the TV wrestling. The WWE, WWF, whatever it was back in the early 70s. Okay? And some people are really into wrestling, so don't take this personal. That kind of wrestling, because it's a show, it's a fun show. Personally, I can't handle it. But here I am, I was about in 6th or 7th grade. And I remember telling Jessie, exactly what Jessie did. I remember telling the Harrison twins one day at recess. I remember making fun of them. Me. Telling them how stupid they were for watching wrestling, and didn't they know that it was fake? The Harrison twins refused to admit that it was fake. They completely believed it was real. And so in order to prove it to me, true story, they tag teamed me. One put me in a headlock, the other one got me around the legs, They proceeded to beat me up for the whole recess period. I couldn't do anything, and I was a pretty strong, pretty good kid. They beat the heck out of me. They put me in every wrestling move. You see this headlock? You see this half Nelson? You see this flying chair slam? Are these fake? Is this fake? Huh? Huh, dude? Is this fake? I give. Uncle, it's not fake. Joe, John, would you stop? The Harrison twins proceeded to beat their belief into me. Okay? So I pretended to believe in wrestling for the rest of that year until the Harrison twins went to a different school. The true story, I'll never forget. It was one of the only times in my life I've ever really been beat up. And they got me pretty good. Oh yeah? Is this real? It's a true story. Pinning me. I'll never forget the headlocks though. MVP, I don't know. I can agree with you. Why am I agreeing with you so much this morning? I'll never forget and getting my. After that, I kept my opinion about wrestling to myself. I decided, you know what? There's some opinions that not everybody needs to hear, especially if they really believe it themselves. Okay? If their strongly held belief is that wrestling is real, let them have it. Okay? Otherwise, they're going to let me have it. Okay? So, I faked it and pretended I believed in wrestling, well, especially whenever the Harrison twins were around. Okay? Well, that's pretty good, Joe. That's a great record there. Jesus Christ, stop it. He says he gave his ex a wrestling move. I'm not dignifying you this morning. Okay? You're out of control. Okay? Oh, bring it, punk! Oh, wrestling is a great sport. A great sport. The real wrestling, Pops. Uh-oh. What does that mean? What just happened? What just happened? What just happened? A number just flew down the chute. Oh no. You guys better start guessing it. Start guessing. First person there. That's over. Guessing's over. Nurse got it. 24. 24 to the Nursey. Nurse Ratchet. 24. Gonna be sending Nurse Ratchet. Now this isn't an 8. This is 3.5 OZs. We're gonna carve an 1/8 of this out for you. And another 8 for Tony. And another 8 for Jesse. We're carving some out. And we're getting it sent out to you guys. Okay? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Nurs, please send me your address just to remind me. I believe I have a package already getting ready to go to you. So I'll slip it into that package. But send me your address. And yes, I would absolutely appreciate a report on the efficacy of this new strain that we tried running. Okay? We've had some winners here this morning. Happy New Year. I'm going to jump straight to yes, Nurse. The answer is yes. I keep meaning to open up the box here in front of everybody. I mean, I've opened it. I'll try to remember tomorrow. Well, I don't know. Are we doing a show tomorrow? Are we doing a show tomorrow? It's up to you guys. Are we doing a program tomorrow, or are we going to take tomorrow off and have a 3-day weekend? The reason I'm here today is to make up for yesterday. I'm making up for yesterday. But it looks like a lot of people are saying, Pops, we don't want a day off. Okay? We'd like to be here. Okay? Kanita was saying, and you better make it a good message too, Pops. Okay. Well, what about today's? Let's see if today's is good. All right, so the deal is yes to a show tomorrow. Okay? Nurse, I will. I'll try the oil on my spaghetti. Okay. All right. As long as we have electricity, we'll have a program tomorrow. Okay? All right. Who's the central character in your show? Me too, Kim. Who's the central character in your show? That's not a rhetorical question. Give me a quick answer. HB saying it's me, of course, Pops. Of course. Who else would it be? Who's the central character in your show? Your kids. Would your kids be doing well if you weren't? Just a quick question. My dog and my mom. My daughter is my central character. I'm arguing with you guys on those. If you can't say me, you're your own central character. They're important characters. They may even be the stars in the show. But the central character kind of has to be you. And the healthier you are and the more centered you are, the better performances you're going to bring to the whole group in the show. MVP, you're angling for something. I can see that. I can see what MVP is up to. MVP, my mostest, bestest wife. He must be sitting somewhere near her. He must be sitting somewhere very near to her. Okay? Even though I wouldn't disagree. Perfect attendance on the like button. That's a good one. Yeah, Jesus Christ, does MVP blink 3 times if Kim made you say that? Okay, he's earning points out there. Kim said, I'm not even sure he's in the same house. Let's read the 25th verse. This is sometimes considered in the Tao Te Ching, the 81 verses. This is often considered one of the best verses. So it's the one I chose to share this morning. The 25th verse. It's a little long, so hang in there with me. There was something formless and perfect before the universe was born. It is serene, empty, solitary, unchanging, infinite, eternally present. It is the mother of the universe. For the lack of a better name, I call it the Tao. I call it great. Great is boundless. Boundless is eternal flowing, ever flowing, and it's constantly returning. Therefore, the way is great. Heaven is great. Earth is great. People are great. Thus, to know humanity understand earth. To know earth, understand heaven. To know heaven, understand the way. To know the way, understand the great within yourself. Many of the scholars who have written about the Tao Te Ching over the centuries consider this 25th verse to be one of the most significant lessons in the whole manuscript. In my research, all the translations of this passage actually include the word great to describe it. This verse tells the story that even before the beginning, there existed something formless and perfect. It goes on to say that this formless perfection is the mother of the universe. Even though it's nameless, it's called the Tao. And it's synonymous with that which is great. That is, there's nothing within the Tao that is the opposite of great. There's nothing that's puny, insignificant, weak, unimportant, or even average. Let me stop there for a second. Look around you. One of the best messages in this verse to me today is how easy it is, and I'm a victim of this, how easy it is to say people suck. Have you ever said that? Have you ever said that? If you have, raise your hand. People suck. You ever said that? I have. I've said it more than once. People suck. The world taught me to say that. That did not come from the Tao. I never, ever have looked at a forest and said, that forest sucks. Never. I've never looked at a dolphin and said that dolphin sucks. I've never looked at flowers, beautiful flowers in a flower bed. Never, ever looked at them and said, boy, those suck. I have never looked at anything in the universe made of the Tao, part of the great Tao, and said it sucks. Except man-made objects. Well, that sucks. And humans. It's the only thing we ever say. Why do we refuse to ascribe greatness to humans? Because we're seeing them through the world's eyes. Because we see them through the world's eyes. The story appears to want the reader to realize who we are, Kim. We're part of the Tao. If everything in the Tao is great, then why aren't we? Well, of course we are. But the world's taught us. You're not because you're fat. You're not because you're too skinny. You're not because you're dumb. You're not because you got a mole on your face. You're not. You suck. You're the wrong color. You're the wrong religion. You come from the wrong country. Wrong economic background. You suck. Never once told a flower that it sucked. The story appears to want the reader to realize there's a pure timeless energy that's within everything on the planet, and that remains uncontaminated by the solid appearance of form. Just because it's taken on form, we can start ascribing suck to it. The humans do. Other trees don't look around at the other trees and tell them they suck. Fish don't. They're just living a food chain life according to nature. The conclusion is directed to the student, who is you. To know this formless perfection, you must understand the great within you. You're the central character in this wonderful saga. You're the central character. Since you're animated by the eternal Tao, this tale's message of greatness invites you to change the way you live and to see life. I'm going to read that again. Since you're animated by the eternal Tao, this tale's message of greatness invites you to change the way you live and to see the life you're living change. Today's a day of change. Every day is a day of change, but today's universally we decide the first day of the year is the day I'm going to change. Understand the greatness within yourself. Excuse me. You can begin to do so by examining thoughts and ideas that you have that are inconsistent with this phenomenal observation. It was written by Lao Tzu, and it's been echoed by many throughout history. In her book, The Journey, which was published in 1954, Lillian Smith describes it like this: the need that one feels every day of one's life, even though one does not acknowledge it, to be related to something bigger than oneself, something more alive than oneself, something older and something not yet born, that will endure through time. That enduring something confirms your greatness. It confirms your absolute connectedness to the infinite. There's a sense of being permanently aligned with a sort of senior partner that is greatness itself. Lao Tzu advises you to notice the planet, its people, and the heaven, and see greatness. Next, please look at yourself and see that you're a component of all of them. That is, befriend what appears to be the great mystery of creation by discovering the greatness within you. Then bask in the joy of noting the greatness you share with heaven, earth, and all other people. By persistently hanging on to your greatness heritage, you ensure that the always present Tao is consciously available. From a perspective of greatness, only greatness can emerge from you. From an inner perspective of inferiority, You'll only attract events that align with those beliefs. I'm going to say that again. From a perspective of greatness, start learning to know and understand you're great. You're connected to the most amazing universe that could ever have been designed. You're part of it. If the trees and the flowers and the bees and the fish and the deer are great, and Pluto and Neptune, how could you not be? Because you've been taught different. Because you bought into all the programs. Because you've heard things and you've taken them in. And you've let them become this perspective that's not a healthy one. And you have these negative ideas about yourself. And you speak poorly about yourself. Well, I'm stupid. Well, I'm a little bit slow. Well, I'm fat. Oh, I'm ugly. You're none of those things. You're connected to the greatest greatness of all greats. From a perspective of greatness, only greatness can emerge from you. From an inner perspective of inferiority, you can only attract events that align with those beliefs. Your greatness won't be found in a classroom. It won't be found in an apprenticeship. It won't be found as a teacher. It won't come from flattering comments from well-meaning family members, friends, or lovers. The greatness is within you. It doesn't come from outside. It doesn't come from a list of your accomplishments. It doesn't come from a list of the things you own compared to others. It doesn't come from what other people say about you. Your greatness comes from within. Many of us walk around so insecure. What will they think of me? Well, I think I'm great. I'm changing my opinion about myself. I think I'm great. It's literally the exact opposite of ego. Wow, that sounds like a really big ego. Actually, it's the smallest ego you can have. Because my greatness comes from within. I'm not even responsible for it. I had no control over it. It came to me as a product of my birth. I'm no more proud of being great than the tree is. We've been taught not to say those things about ourselves. Be humble. Humble is great too. We have a fake humility out there. And we've heard whispers our whole lives about us. And we listen close to the whispers where they say, yep, they're right, I suck. So I might as well do drugs. Yep, I'm fat, so I might as well eat more donuts. You're never going to make it, so I might as well not try. The world's whispers are evil. They're destructive. They're literally destructive. Your greatness is within you. It's crucial for you to become conscious of your greatness. Crucial. You want a life of mental wellness? Start considering yourself as exemplary. And then act it too. Start considering that you're one of the most gorgeous creations that's ever been created, ever. Start considering that your uniqueness adds to your greatness, your personal greatness. There's never going to be another one like you, ever. Imagine what you can do from that perspective. In particular, watch and listen for the critical comments that originate from your own inner dialogue, your self-talk. Listen to those critical comments coming. Oh, geez. Start getting used to hearing them. You know what? That's just a critical comment that I was programmed. Somewhere along the line in my growing and my learning, I've believed that. It's not true. Listen to your inner communication, your inner criticism of yourself. If you pay attention, you'll hear it. You'll criticize yourself today somewhere along the line. It's not your fault. You're programmed that way. The world programmed you. The second those critical comments start coming into your mind about yourself, chase it. Scare it out by saying, you know what, I am great. I don't know how my greatness is going to always manifest itself. I'm not sure. But I know it will. I will overflow my greatness the more I believe in it. The more I believe in something, the more of it I have. The more of it I have, the more of it I have to give away. You want to be a great person? You want to be considered a great person? You already are. You don't have to run around and do a bunch of acts to become that great person. You already are. Or you wouldn't be in the Tao. You wouldn't be here. You would have never materialized. It's after our materializing in greatness that we pervert it. The Tao didn't. The Tao thinks I'm as great as anybody. It rains on me just like everyone else. It snows on me just like everyone else. The sun shines on me. How great am I that the sun chooses to shine on me? How great am I that the Tao chose to birth me? The odds of us being here, an individual single person being here, are something astronomical. The odds of our parents meeting, the odds of our sperm meeting an egg, of it actually working and catching and connecting, the odds of you surviving through the 9 months, the odds of you being born and not have some crippling disease and die young. The odds are, somebody can look it up, it's online, I read it somewhere. It's in the billions. We think it's great if we win A prize on Pops, it's only numbers 1 through 50. That means your odds are 2% that you'll guess the right number. 2%. You get to guess three numbers, that's 6% chance. And it's great when you win. The odds of you being born here are a lot more than 6%. Listen for the critical comments that originate with your inner dialogue. When such thoughts emerge in your mind, let them tell you what they want. If you allow those not so great notions to speak, you'll always discover that what they really want is to make you not feel good. That negative, critical, self-thought thinking, self-speak, its real objective is to make you not feel good. So go ahead and listen. Know that that's its motive. And if you want to go ahead and listen, then dive right in. Give them the time they need to trust that there's no payoff for their existence. And that's when they'll happily emerge into your greatness. Listen, pal, I don't believe that. I don't think I'm ugly. I don't think I'm stupid. I don't think I'm fat. I don't think I'm dumb. I don't think I suck. The more I won't listen to that inner voice, the less it'll come around. Now it starts emerging into your inner greatness. Because you're listening. You are observing. And you're refusing to accept that. Accessing this quality allows you to participate in the greater whole, where the power of the Tao flows unimpeded of fearful self-judgment. Change the way you live by tapping into this greatness, and the life you're living will literally change. Trust in your own greatness. You are not this body that you occupy. The body you occupy is temporary. And it's on its way back to nowhere where it came from. Your body is already heading back to where it came from. The essence of you is inner greatness. Precisely the same greatness that creates all life. I look at seeds and I freak out on seeds. All I have to do is take that seed, different sizes and shapes and that are going to grow different things. And that seed is such an amazing creation that all of its life is inside that seed. And it's going to sprout, and it's going to grow, and it's going to either feed or furnish something that the Tao created it for. Mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling. If I can look at a seed and think of the miracle within it, how can I not look at my fellow men and women and see the greatness in the seed that started them? Keep this thought uppermost in your mind, and you'll attract to yourself these same powers of creation. There is a spiritual principle. It's very real. Many of you have experienced it. Many of you can still continue to experience it. It's called the power of attraction. We attract what we put out. You put out your dumb, you're going to find a bunch of dumb stuff to do. Yep, confirmed. My bias is confirmed. I proclaim greatness. Gee, Pop, what a show off. Internally, the Tao created me with a center of greatness. Now it's up to me to believe it and act accordingly. Act like a great person. And great does not have anything to do with my material belongings, how much money I make, what I've accomplished. Great has to do with how am I going to treat my fellow man, and all of the other things that the Tao created. I don't go around stomping on flowers. I've never once walked up to a flower bed and kicked it. I've never once done that. Walked up to a flower bed and told it was a piece of shit. I've done that to other humans, though. That wasn't from my greatness. That was because I listened to my inner thoughts too much. I'll never do that again as best I can. I promise. I'm practicing. I'm not going to be perfect at it. But I don't ever want to kick a human being again. I never want to tell a human being or any groups that they suck. Because they don't. Precisely the very greatness that creates all life. Keep this thought uppermost in your mind, and you'll attract to yourself these same powers of creation. The right people will appear. The exact events that you desire will transpire. The financing will show up. That's because greatness attracts more of its own self to itself. Just as thoughts of inadequacy act upon a belief that ensures that deficiency will become your reality. Affirm the following to yourself over and over until it becomes your automatic inner response to the world and all the people that say stuff sucks. I come from greatness. I attract greatness. I am greatness. 3 things. That's your new mantra. That's your new inner speak. I come from greatness. We've already proven that. Look at the Tao. That's where you come from. Nature doesn't suck. Nature is great. It's powerful. It's beautiful. I come from greatness. I attract greatness. Look around. Look at the people that, just in this comment sections alone. Some pretty great people trying to do good things. Not just trying, but accomplishing. You're attracting greatness. You're attracted. Not only were you attracted to them, but they're attracted to you. And that's just the people here in this little comment section. There's another 27,000 out there that are attracted to this. There's going to be more. You will attract greatness. Why? Because you exude greatness. This isn't a false bravado up front. I'm a great guy. It's the guy. Greatness is giving. Greatness is loving. Greatness is sharing. Greatness is teaching. Greatness is leading. Greatness is raising your children to put an envelope on the Christmas tree. Because they saw how great their parents were. That's greatness. Look for beliefs that can contradict your status as being of greatness. Catch yourself in the midst of any utterance that reflects your belief that you're average. Silently speak warmly to that belief and ask what it wants. It may think that it has to protect you from disappointment or pain, because it probably did in earlier existence. But with continued accepting attention, the feeling will always admit that it wants to make you feel great. So let it. You're good enough to withstand the passing disappointments and pain that afflict life on this planet. But trying to protect yourself by believing that you don't embody greatness will kill it. Look for these misbeliefs and then give them a chance to transform into what you really want. Whatever you desire to become or attract to yourself, make the internal shift from "it probably won't happen for me" to "it's on its way." Then begin the process of looking for even minute evidence that what you desire is indeed on its way. It's crucial to keep this ancient axiom in mind. Listen to this axiom. You ready? I get what I think about, whether I want it or not. That's a New Year's message. You get what you think of, whether you want it or not. So what do you think? Give me 5 people bold enough to tell me that you're great. But you're going to practice changing your inner dialogue. Give me 5 people. I'm the frickin' best, HB. Give me 5 people willing to change their inner dialogue today. You get what you're thinking of, whether you want it or not. Nipper, take the pretty part out of there. I'd like to hear you just say I'm awesome. Pretty's sort of limited. You're hedging. Go full tilt boogie on it. YouTube, Kim. I take the kinda out of yours. I'm disappearing your kind. What's this now? RX, I'm highly mediocre. You're gonna get mediocre. You keep it up, RX. It's a fact. Cruel, hard fact. Don't be afraid to say that. Oh, that means I have an ego. Ego edges God out. God is great. How could you not be? God is great. How could you not be? That has nothing to do with ego. These aren't words you walk around telling the world, I'm great. These are a self-speak thought attractor. And you'll start receiving greatness. And you'll start exhibiting more greatness. Remember how greatness has nothing to do with material. It has nothing to do with acquisitions. It has nothing to do with accomplishments. It has to do with your attitude and how you're going to proceed in life. You're going to proceed as a great person if you consider yourself great. Give me 5 people that get the message today. Even if you don't want to tell me you're great, because you're still not sure. I'm here to tell you every single one of you are great. There is no one that sucks. There's no one on this whole planet. There's no thing on this planet. We're great people. Every single person out there is great. Even some of those guys I don't like. They just have to change their thinking a little bit. There it goes. Give me one more winner today. Give me one more winner. Pick a number between 1 and 50. Kill the game. Kill it. Kill it. J.W. Owen just jumped on it. J.W. Owen said 33, and he is great. He got it correct. 33. J.W. Owen, that happened so fast that I feel great about trying it one more time. Okay, let's go. Go, go, go. One more time. Roll it. What's this number? Roll it. Wait, what's this number? Okay. Give me a number. Anthony Hunt. Anthony Hunt. You guys are fast this morning. It's a 4. Anthony, I'm going to be happy to send you a package, but you got to send me your address. So J.W. Owen. We did about what? 4 or 5 giveaways this morning. We'll do a couple more tomorrow. Yeah? This is great. Tea with Pops is great. What a show off. That guy really thinks he's something. Yeah. What I think is that we're a great group. That's what I think. And as long as I keep saying that and believing it and manifesting it, the group's going to get greater. Pops, peace. 4 things to take away this morning. Be impeccable with your word. Being impeccable is great. Don't take things personal. Don't have any expectations or make assumptions. They're generally never great. And do your best today. That'd be awfully great. Thank you guys for being here today. I'll see you tomorrow. It was a nice New Year's Day. Guys, enjoy your day, enjoy your family. Practice greatness and internal greatness. Eliminate that self-talk. Hear what it's bringing to you, and it's not there to help you feel great. It's there to help you feel like crap. Say thank you for your input, but I don't need to listen to that, because the Tao has already proven to me on a daily basis that it's great. And if it's great, I must be. So I must just be a misunderstanding or mishearing. Because I know daily I'm great. Have a great day the rest of today. Helping fellow man. It was nice to see you here this morning. Mark Z and Glassic and Jesus Christ, my good funny friend. And HB, Niffy and Jay Hurst. The Greater Mushroom. Kimberly, keep doing your best and it'll get better. 100%. Jessie Girl and Clooney. And Mark Z and Dawn. And Glassic and Canito. And Herbie Von Werby, Cabroke and Furby Kabop. You know what? Our moderators are great. The moderators here are great. Mike Barabal, Nurs. And Jesus and Zozo LSD and Joe D's. And HB and Sarah Bear. Big hug, Sarah Bear. Calico Meow Kitty. There's a great guy. Jay Hurst and Aaron and Vaggie. Pretty great. Take the pretty out of there. Great. Page. Still practicing. I know it. I can tell. Carney the Carnivorous Carnivorton. Helping fellow man. Mike Barabal. Nippy, I love my niffs. Jesus Christ, an RX1s. There's a good man. Jessie Girl. Mark Z. Oreo. Good morning, Oreo. Kimberly, let's ripple 2026. It's going to be our 5th full year, going on 6 years together. MVP, I love you. HB and Aaron. Shroom Digger, Joe D's, Cleany. Anthony Hunt. HB and Mark Z. MVP, it's going to be a good year. JWO and Glassic, Joe D's. Mark and HB and Jesus. And Herbie Von Werby, Cabroke and Furby, Moderating Alerty. Bop. Guys, love you. Be great. You already are. Experience your greatness. Practice today. Pops out.